Hello, I'm ToycatA, and in early 2019, we got our first look at the brand new menu screen that Minecraft was going to be using. This came along with a new UI system, and so a lot of people question, given that it's been almost 2 years now, where exactly is the new menu UI that was mentioned a few months/years ago? I was wondering what happens or when it's coming, and it seems as though it vanished forever until this week's Ask Mojang, where we got this question.
How long does it take for new Minecraft updates from the first idea to the final release? So our team's actually working on a new UI system for Bedrock that's been cooking for over 2 years.
So in my opinion, that is really exciting because this new UI, this new menu, all of the things that come along with it are still in the pipeline. We assumed that after 2 years of literally radio silence, that it must have gone away somewhere, they must have cancelled it or something like that. However, it really does just seem that, it's the menu screen for Minecraft. I guess they're working on it, they're really trying to perfect it, and it's gonna take 2 years. This was pretty much the highlight of the Ask Mojang video, and they pretty much said that some big projects require a lot of time from a lot of people, whereas some projects can be done in an afternoon by one developer. It's an interesting look as to how a lot of features in Minecraft take different amounts of time in ways that aren't obvious to us, the users, and apparently a new menu screen is one of the biggest ones. In case you're curious, because there is an Ask Mojang done every month, and most of the questions are answered in the very imprecise way of eventually, probably, because everything can come for Minecraft in the far future. However, this month we have great news for people like Adrian Aguateri, who for some reason just asked Beans, and you know what? It turns out Ask Mojang is listening to you.
Cool. So the question is, will beans be added in Minecraft? Some food updates would be nice. I'm Brazilian, so rice and beans is our national dish, basically. It's one of our national
dishes. So that's 50% there.
So pretty much, yes. Beans, please. Yes.
Or ice cream, for example. Maybe it can be like this, I don't know, weird Minecraft thing where if you put down milk.
But ice cream could be nice though, because you have maybe colored snow.
Oh, yes.
It's not ice cream, it's just colored snow and you say it's ice cream. That's cool.
So that was fun that we heard them kind of speculate about things that again would be fun in the future but with no real committal. But yeah, again, just in case you wanted to hear about beans, now you've heard Minecraft developers talk about beans. Are you happy? Are you happy, Minecraft community? Whatever. So the other important thing that happened this week was the Glow Squid finally came out, and did you know it glows very slightly and it drops those glow ink sacs that people like that one kid ask why didn't they make spectral arrows with glow ink sacs? And I think it's not only a great idea, I think it's also likely to come. And you might say, no, ToycatA, the way spectral arrows are made is with glowstone dust. Yes, at present they use glowstone dust. However, the glow ink sac makes way more sense. I mean, even just look at the glow item frame recipe. You take an item frame, you add a glow ink sac, you get a glowing item frame. You get an arrow, you add a glow ink sac, you get a glowing arrow. It makes way more sense. And the reason I think it's actually likely to change, because they don't often alter with too many other things when a better solution comes out. They sometimes do, but not always. But because this feature hasn't come to Bedrock yet, they hadn't got the rendering engine work, but I think they're going to have to with this update, and so as a result, I would imagine it is entirely possible, I'd say likely even, that we'll see in the 1.17 update for Bedrock, spectral arrows will finally come, and it only makes sense that they'd use the glow ink sac rather than using the weird glowstone thing. I just don't see it happening, but that's my personal take. What do you think? I think this is one of those cool ideas that totally will be taken up on, just like this second idea from Blue Freaker, who asks, squids give black dye, right? Why not give the player glow dye? If Mojang wanted to be real dicks about it, they could make it so bioluminescence requires water or some bollocks like that. Hopefully, if they add glow dye, it will be a permanent effect. And I think this is also a great idea. I think in that, we have 16 colors right now. What if we had 16 colors and then 16 colors of bioluminescence? We had this really cool glowing effect that you could apply to anything. I mean, the idea is you apply this glow ink to a sign and it makes the sign glow in the dark. So at the very least, because it's an ink sac, it should make a glowing black block. We should be able to have like glowing black wall, glowing black terracotta, etc, etc. But I think having any block be glowy would be pretty cool, or at least any color block. It's obviously kind of unlikely, but I think this is one of those great ideas that if I was Mojang, I'd be listening right now, because the Glow Squid just didn't inspire people's imaginations. People are not happy with the Glow Squid already, and it's been around for a few days, so by the time 1.17 comes out, I imagine things might get even more bitter, because that really is 2 useless mobs added so far in 1.17, and we've yet to see any of the useful ones, which, you know, they're following their own trend quite well, if that's what they want to do, at least, I guess. So with that said, let's move into the 5th question, because I get a really interesting one from D2Dog, who says, when does this world come out in the marketplace? And forever I've had to say, you know what, in the future. We think it's coming out then, but obviously it depends on Microsoft certification and this and that. And it's worth mentioning that during the certification process, we broke the entire download system. No one has ever put a map as large as this one onto the marketplace, so there's a fun one for you. In case you're curious as what I'm talking about, this is your first Q&A somehow. Hello, I hope you're having a good Saturday, and yes, I do care about Minecraft too much, and yes, I am British, all the basics covered. If you don't know, I really like survival Minecraft. I've been playing on this world for 8.5 years now, and I'm going to be putting the world out for download on all Minecraft platforms. The only way to get your download to the console versions is via the marketplace, and so you'll be able to get the world via the marketplace starting on the 2nd of February. We finally have a release date for when you'll be able to download the map on any platform, and I'm just so excited to finally have that be a thing that people can check out. People have been asking me for this forever. I was kind of torn as to whether I should do it, but people convinced me. Now we've finally gone through all the stages, we've packaged it up. It even comes with a free skin if you do decide to purchase it, and I think that's great. Maybe you think that's great too, or maybe what you think is greater is this next question, which is a really interesting one from LDC Films, who says, I wonder if Notch and Jeb are still friends. Would you care to cover this? So Notch and Jeb used to be great friends when Minecraft started. That's why Notch trusted Jeb as being the lead designer of Mojang. However, since then we know that their relations have been strained in some places. We know that Notch has fallen out with most of the Minecraft staff. Here is an old 2015 tweet where Notch decides he's going to unfollow Dinnerbone actually, which I think is crazy brutal because Dinnerbone says that, oh, skeletons are actually zombies? Okay then, has this always been the case? And Notch is like, in case you're wondering, it's tweets like this that made me unfollow you. Like, Jesus, like so open and out there. But we know that Notch and Dinnerbone decided to be friends again recently. Even funnily enough, Notch said like, oh yeah, I'm hooked on Minecraft YouTube. It's been so long I feel like a fan. It's a darn cool experience. It's such a weird thing with Notch being like, oh yeah, I like Minecraft YouTube and it's okay now. Like, so it sounds like Notch doesn't have any bad blood towards the Mojang people anymore. However, whether Jeb has bad blood back to him is something that's not in the public record. We don't have any like history of them talking about it. And although it's nice to imagine they probably had some private phone call and like spoke and like, kind of resolved things, it's probably likely that they just haven't spoken since the Mojang days. They probably have some tiny bit of feelings about each other and about the direction that maybe one of them's taking the game and about, there's probably some underlying stuff like that. But I think in reality, it's people like to build up like the Notch Jeb drama. Notch chose Jeb to be a successor. Notch was happy with Jeb being a successor, and he's never said anything to the contrary. So yeah, they don't seem like they're friends, but I don't think they're bitter enemies, even though I know that would make a great thumbnail and title. Because I think when it comes to most adult relationships, it's just like, oh yeah, it's easier to do nothing than it is to be actively hating someone. And maybe you can apply that to your real life. You think someone hates you, they probably don't think about you the vast majority of the day, if at all. And you know what, isn't that nice? People like to say the opposite of love is hatred. They're opposite ends of the spectrum, but I think it's much more believable. The opposite of love is just forgetting about someone and being like, oh yeah, that person. There is someone that you used to know 5 years ago that thinks about you that you have not thought about in those 5 years. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. Because yeah, the opposite of love is forgetting someone entirely. And you've forgotten about a lot of people. And the crazy thing about memory is you don't remember the things you don't remember. But with that said, let's move into the next question here, which is from Civil War 439. Does IBX ToycatA respond? No, he does not. So with that said, let's go into this next question from Cookies Are Good. Wow, I agree with your name so much there. What are your plans for 2021 and how will you prepare for 1.17? So my plans for 2021, I assume you mean Minecraft, but you know what? You didn't clarify. So here's the plans for my life in 2021. I'm launching the marketplace, obviously, and I intend to work on another map, Untitled Survival 2. I intend to release a new video on this channel almost every single day. The best videos we've ever made. That's something I'm very excited to do and to work towards, and indeed some live streams on top of that as well. And even the second, third channels, there's some weird niche stuff cooking up on there, as well as real life. I've also got the plan of I need to be in America for a few months this year, so I will be heading back to America in April, and then we'll see how long that I need to be there for. I genuinely don't know at this present moment, and that's like the one beacon of excitement in my life. I like American food. I like that America doesn't make me depressed like maybe the winter of 2021 has perhaps done to me. And yeah, how will I prepare for 1.17? Honestly, I think I want to prepare by getting low. I want to have a lava farm. Lava projects are the cool new thing that you can do in 1.17 that you couldn't do in 1.16, and so many new opportunities are open towards me. I'm going to prepare a giant lava farm at some point before then. Also, I'm going to deliberately not explore a part of my world so I can check it out off the update. We should talk about that in a separate video, because so many people ask, how do you get 1.17 features in an old world? And so close to the time, we'll go through that. But I'm really excited for 2021. I'm really excited, like personally, I'm really excited for this YouTube channel. I've got some fun videos planned that are coming out in the next week. I've got some fun videos planned coming out as soon as they're done. I'm excited for this year, and I'm also excited for 1.17. It's a cave update. I might even be in America when it comes out. We'll see how the cards play. Speaking of cards, the next question here is from Jay Bird's lovely animations. 2 questions. 1, how long have I been subscribed to you? And 2, how is your girlfriend been doing? So first, your relationship makes me so happy. Oh, that's really cute. You're welcome, Jay Birds. My relationship is a gift to you. Second of all, I didn't check how long you're subscribed, but there is apparently a tool that will help you find this out. If you go to last week's Q&A Saturday, I posted in the comments. It took many hours of responding to people before you realize there's just too many comments in the world. It is not entirely possible. So yeah, how long have you been subscribed? You can find that out via this tool. You can even just probably Google search, how long have I been subscribed to a channel? And 2, how is my girlfriend doing? You know what? I'll ask her right now. Hey Nikki, how are you doing? Oh, hello, I am Nikki. My voice is slightly different, but I am still the same person. I am doing really well. Thank you for not keeping me in your basement, ToycatA. Yes, I do a very good job at not at respecting your human rights, don't I? Yes, you do a really good job at that. By the way, while you're here, can I have some water? It's been a few days. Oh, that's so funny that you don't drink a lot of water. That's entirely unrelated to me. Yes, it is. By the way, have you remembered to tell the internet that if they don't subscribe to the YouTube channel, not only will you not hit your goal of 2 million subscribers, which, let's be honest, they shouldn't care about anyway, because, the subscribers don't need to care about how many subscribers you have. I mean, it doesn't actually affect them in any way, but you want it to affect them by making it a big milestone that everyone's gonna go for, but at least you're being transparent about it, even if you're doing so using my voice. But have you decided to remind the subscribers that if they don't subscribe, they might die in a house fire? Wow, if you haven't done so, it's really important that everyone know that you've got to subscribe to the IBX ToycatA channel right now, because statistically, most people who have died in a house fire have not been subscribed to. Wow, that's a really good point you're making right there, Nikki. Anyway, yeah, did you know every single person who's died in a house fire verifiably has not been subscribed to the IBX ToycatA YouTube channel, whereas people who have been subscribed to this channel have not heard of a single house fire happening. So, do you want to decrease your odds of dying in a house fire? Subscribe to the IBX ToycatA YouTube channel today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you all in the next one, unless there's a tragic house fire, which only you can prevent.